Thank you for attending. It's great to see so many people showing up and just be able to get together and work in partnership. So for those of you that don't know me, my name's Claire Pumphrey and I'm a Conservation Officer for Buglife. I'm just going to introduce Buglife and beelines for those of you that don't know. So who is Buglife? Well, we are the only organisation in Europe concerned with the conservation of all invertebrates. So that's anything from bees to beetles, jumping spiders to jellyfish. Any animal without a backbone we look to conserve. And our main aim is to halt invertebrate extinctions in the UK and achieve sustainable populations. We do this in various ways. We inspire people about invertebrates. We do that by running workshops out in the field, not currently at the moment, but we hope to in the future, and get people sort of up close and really passionate about invertebrates. We raise awareness of invertebrates and looking at the threats that they face and what we can do to help them. We run practical conservation projects such as this bog restoration project shown in the picture here, and we also shape policy. And this is influencing decision makers to make the right choices for invertebrates. And we focus on two main groups. We focus on freshwater invertebrates and on pollinating insects. And we have strategies for both of these. And it's our focus on pollinators which has led to the development of beelines. And this is something that we would have been working with many of you on. So what are beelines? Well, beelines are a Buglife-led initiative, and it's our imaginative solution to a big problem, which is loss of pollinator habitat within the UK. Beelines are effectively insect pathways, and it's along these pathways that we are creating and restoring nectar-rich habitat for pollinators and creating these habitat stepping stones. So beelines link together the existing wildlife areas. So it's our best remaining habitats, things like our nature reserves. And it's using these sort of habitat stepping stones that we're creating a network across the British landscape like a railway. Beelines are a network of 3-kilometre corridors. As mentioned, they connect the best remaining areas of wildflower-rich habitat. And beelines are there to be a shared map. So it's a resource to be able to direct and focus the creation and restoration of wildflower habitat in the UK. It's a data-led process, but it's guided by local expertise and knowledge. So that's working with you guys on this. And it's something that anyone can contribute to. So that's from NGOs, local authorities, businesses, schools, landowners, anyone can get involved with this. People can go and have a look at this beeline map and think, right, I sit within a beeline, I want to do something to help pollinators, so I'm going to get involved. They can create this habitat and then upload this to our map online. And this is what beelines look like. We've just completed mapping the Scotland beelines, and this is shown here on the left-hand side. And then you can see how this connects together across the whole UK by looking at this continuous network. And you can just imagine, you know, us all working together to create habitat along this entire route, and that permeability that it provides for pollinators and other wildlife to be able to just move around our landscape. It's just something that is incredible if it's something that we can achieve together. And as mentioned, by having this beeline map, it's a way to be able to direct our focus for creating habitat and also to develop projects. So within Scotland, we've got various projects that we've developed through the beelines. The first one was the John Muir Pollinator Way, and this was identified as the first beelines in 2015. And this runs the whole 130-mile route of the John Muir Way. And there's been various projects that have come about from this first beeline, including the Central Scotland Beelines Network, which we've just been working on recently. So we've been working with various local authorities on this, including Edinburgh, Falkirk, Eastern Berkshire and South Lanarkshire. And through this project, we would have enhanced over 50 sites, and that's due to end at the end of this month. We've also had the West Lothian Beelines project, and this is a partnership project between Buglife and West Lothian Council. And this has been supported through funding through the Heritage Fund. One of our most recent projects is a project called Pollinators Along the Tweed, and this is in its development phase. And this is looking to identify opportunities for creating enhancing pollinator habitat along the River Tweed beeline. This forms part of the wider Destination Tweed project, which is an initiative led by the Tweed Forum. But I think it's important to mention at this stage that beeline projects aren't only being delivered by Buglife. They're actually something that can be developed through loads of other different organisations. As we mentioned, it's a shared resource and a shared kind of focus. So we've even had the wildlife trusts delivering really innovative beelines projects across parts of England, such as in Cumbria. And it's through working in partnership together to create pollinator habitat on farms, nature reserves, infrastructure such as our roads, but also in urban spaces. And this is creating an amazing network, not just for pollinators, but for people too. And as an organisation, we have various guidance on this, and this is something that we'll continue to share with you all. You know, through the projects we've been working on, we'll be writing land management plans, but we also have this information available on our website. So we'll share our knowledge and experience on managing habitats for invertebrates, and these resources are available on our website, as I mentioned, and I'll share these resources in the chat box as well. So we have specific guidance for landowners and local authorities around pollinator habitat creation. And I just want to take this opportunity just to thank you all for attending and working really closely with us on the development of beelines. The response that we've had has been amazing, and you've all been really supportive, and it's great to see such encouragement for wanting to take part in this and actually help the beeline succeed. So thank you all for attending, and thanks again for Mark and Phil for being here today with us and sharing their knowledge and experience. So thank you, everyone.